Power to the people. We are back.
They're gonna squirt your 5-point star tattoo off your head in hell every day.
Keep it clean.
Yeah, that's all you want to do.
All right, man. All right, man. Look,
If you're a right wing girl dad, but really wanted a boy, you should support the T's. You might still have a chance.
Was there no wisdom? was there no wisdom passed along? It's what I'm saying.
And every time you see me, I keep it clean like a coaster.
power to the people. We are back to do maintenance. You are tuned in to the latest episode of the Keep It Clean podcast. I'm your host, Nico. This is episode number 32, and we are back with the crew. We got the good brother Ray in the building. What's going on, man?
Man, we are here. I appreciate y'all being here with me. We using mop sticks, we using Pine Sol, we using Lysol, we using brooms. We here to just clean up with y'all. Welcome back.
Yes. Welcome back. We got the good brother Ev in the building. What's going on, man?
What's going down? How y'all doing? Happy to be with the guys.
Yes. And we are back again. If you are joining us on YouTube, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you are enjoying what you are seeing. We appreciate everybody that's locking in with us. If you are joining us on the DSPs, please be sure to add us to your library so you can be updated every time we drop an episode. If you need to find us on social media at the Keep It Clean Show, that's the Instagram and the TikTok. We have a digital library in the description of every episode for the readers out there. My brothers, let's keep it a buck, keep it a beam. Most importantly, keep it clean. Solos up first. I'm going to start us off. For all the people out there, everybody, stay up to date with your health. Stay up to date with your people. In light of the events that took place this week that we are definitely going to get into. Yeah, man, stay up to date with your health, stay up to date with your people. Every day is not a promise, so be thankful and be grateful. That's what I got for us. Ev, what you got for us this week?
My keep it clean might be a little long-winded, so I'm gonna try to watch yourself. That's my keep it clean. And what I mean when I say watch yourself is shit about to get real weird in the world. I mean, it's already weird, but it's about to get weirder. And what I mean is the founder of Oracle, Larry Ellison, is his name? Yeah. Mind you, he's now one of the richest men in the world. He's also the man who's on the mission of making the country a surveillance country because he wants to move to digital IDs. Because mind you, the founder of Oracle, databases, cloud, he's big into that. And that's the first step. That came out last month about he wants to move to the digital IDs, which will make it a surveillance country. He's even said it where if we do this, citizens will be on their best behavior. And what I mean is going further, watch yourself, is that today news came out that he's pushing his son to try to do an acquisition merger proposal for NBC, HBO, and CNN. And these men are right wingers for Trump, and this is a propaganda play. And that's what I mean. Watch yourself. Watch what you're taking in, because if something like this happens, which this is a part of the antitrust laws. Like this merger, if it does happen, is actually kind of illegal in a way. But I'm saying be careful just because of the propaganda that could be going on now. If this does go through, watch what you're intaking, use your awareness, use your discernment, and just pay attention, because things that you don't know about is about to get real wicked, especially if just stuff like this just keeps going and they keep trying. So that's my keep it clean, man. Just watch yourself. So that's it. Just watch yourself.
Sure. Definitely tap in with that digital library in the description. You know what I'm saying? Read up on what's going on, read up on what has went on. So what is going on is not so surprising to you. They don't have too many new tricks. We'll just say that. Ray, what you got for us this week?
I got another few for y'all and a little bit deeper thought on a couple of them. I'm gonna start off with addressing Ubisoft, the gaming company, right? Ubisoft canceled an Assassin's Creed game, which is a great line that they've had of video games. but they canceled a particular one that was supposed to be post-Civil War era, and the assassin, the main character, was going to be black. They ended up deading the line where his ops was going to be predominantly KKK members in the form of, or during the time frame of Reconstruction, because they were scared of backlash from racial groups. So they canceled the entire video game. Forget that they've been doing this when it came down to almost every other period of time. Now all of a sudden we scared of racist groups, so they canned the game, man. Y'all got to do better. Y'all do. It's corny, it's lame, and it was an opportunity for y'all to show where y'all stood. And while I'm sure the idea is like, oh, we didn't want to cause any problems, it was in a cowardly way, right? In response, or similar to what Ev said, when it comes to these conglomerates forming up, we have an active disregard for due process that's been happening within our country, with people getting picked up without actually being able to go through the court process. So in response to that, because y'all don't know how to do things yourselves, Home Depot is offering a free program teaching electrical, HVAC, plumbing, and construction. Why? Because y'all taking away all the people that already know how to do the jobs, and you can't do it. Simple as that. So it's free. If you're looking for it, it might be something for all of y'all to pick up. Or even if we want to move it off of that, we always had a conversation of men needing to be useful. Some of y'all don't know how to work with your hands. This class might give you an opportunity to go do something. You know, following up with our conversation with alimony, if you can't afford a lawyer and you can't afford to do a real estate plan, put it in your mama's name. I don't know why we didn't say that then. Just put it in your mama's name. Make it simple, man. Put it in your
I
mama's
do
name.
want to say though, the mama's name ain't bulletproof. They can still get to them funds,
but it still has a vest. It still has a vest.
Touche, yes sir. All right,
You
man.
know? And then wait, one more.
Go ahead.
It didn't dawn on me until recently. Cisco almost got away with the greatest heist of all time. The greatest heist of all time, right? He puts out a smash hit, Crush the Radio, right? Thong song, you know what we talking about. Puts out a smash hit. One of those that would still be playing until this day. Song is so cold, he gave you the same verse twice. Word for word. Didn't even switch it up. The same exact verse twice. The bag is in hand, filled with money. He running off on y'all. He about to hit the finish line. And that little bit of patience. Patience is a virtue, is the message in this one. If he just would have waited for the clearance on that sample, he would be sitting on billions off of lingerie, singing about lingerie and you clapping in the rain. He just could have waited a couple more months. The greatest heist of all time was Fumble. And somewhere Ricky Martin is living La Vida Loca. And I hate that for Cisco. I genuinely hate that for Cisco, bro. In my heart of hearts, man. You were this close. This close, man.
That's funny. That's funny. And you know what? Thank you for mentioning
twice.
Thank you for mentioning the thong song.
Twice, bro.
Thank you for mentioning that, because people don't know this about that song, bro. The thong song has like one of the greatest, like, when it comes to at the end of that song, the runs that he go on vocally. I'm so sorry, bro.
Come on, man.
That is one of the greatest. Like I'm gonna be real. Like, even though I know, like, we're gonna talk about D'Angelo too. Like on Untitled, how does it feel when he goes on his vocal run at the end? Like when it's hitting that climax at the very end of the track. Thong song, that's one of them. Like, I know it's an uncommon, probably a unpopular take, but like thong song on a vocal level, bro, Cisco's crazy. Cisco's crazy, bro. And I hate that for him too.
You know what I'm saying? Let's not lie and act like y'all wasn't singing it. I was
melting my heart out to that at 6-7 years old.
Man, come on.
Yeah, no, facts.
What?
No, facts.
Yeah. Come on, dog.
And even the subtle ad libs of letting him get away with
he
it.
was cooking.
He said, let me sing it again. It said the same words. He said, let me sing it again. Let me tell y'all what I'm about to do. Right? I just killed y'all in the first verse.
That nigga was cooking with lady juice. He was cooking with lady juice. Run it back.
Nah,
come on, man.
That's funny as hell.
Cisco.
Shout out to Cisco for sure. All right, brothers, let's get into it, man. Y'all know the rules. Keep it a buck, keep it a beam. Most importantly, keep it clean. Up first, Michael Archer, better known as D'Angelo, passed away this week on Tuesday, October the 14th. Passed away from pancreatic cancer. And we obviously just had to take the time to address that, say rest in peace to D'Angelo, thoughts and prayers to his family. Rest in peace to Angie Stone, who passed away earlier this year in March. A lot of prayers around their child, you know what I mean, losing both parents in a few months. I did see some posts that he put out. He seems to be in decent spirits, in an understanding place as best one could be at this time. Yeah, man, D'Angelo, musical genius, Brown Sugar, first album, classic, no debate. Second album, Voodoo, 99, classic, no debate. Probably one of the top, I would say definitely top 10 videos of all time. Yeah, Untitled, aka How Does It Feel? You know what I'm saying? Took a long break, came back with the Black Messiah 2014. Critically
Another
acclaimed classic, cultural classic. You know what I'm saying? Just one of the greatest musicians, singers, all of that we had. Music definitely took a loss with him going, man. You know what I'm saying? Pioneer for soul music in the 90s. It just, yeah, man. Rest in peace to Jay Dilla. You know what I mean? Shout out to Questlove. Go ahead, Ray. Go ahead, yeah.
They said his Untitled video was the exact moment that white women started going towards black men.
That's where we started.
I was like, come on, cuz that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's how we started.
I do want to give a special prayer to the child of his that shared or had the mother Angie Stone, because she passed away earlier this year as well. So to lose both parents in the span of, I think, what was it, 4 months, because we gave her a shout out during that time frame. Man, I can't imagine what you're going through, and hopefully there's a way to support other than just saying thoughts and prayers. But I genuinely could not imagine losing both parents in that same fashion and form. And your parents were great. Your parents were great at what they did in a way that I genuinely don't think can be replicated either. That legacy that they left and the piece that it seemed that they had is also very much appreciated. You could feel it in the music that they were singing, So, and shout out to D'Angelo. Even his Vanguard album, hard.
Yeah, Black Messiah.
Yeah.
That's
hard.
like, for me, that's an album where I listened to Brown Sugar, I listened to Voodoo, but like that was the album where I really was tapping in, because for me, 2014, that album came out. The content in that album, the things going on in my life, because if you were 2014 out here, the St. Louis area, Southern Illinois area, that happened the same. The album came out about 5 months after the Mike Brown Ferguson rise. So it was just like everything going around out here, everything that was happening. And then, like I said, the personal stuff going on in my life, dealing with things. That album, the content in there was very, very hard hitting. And like that was where it really opened my eyes on him. Like, and that's what it made me go back and deep dive on the other music. And like it made me deep dive onto like why it was a 14-year like missing in action, because it's not certain things you think about, like, oh yeah, why he hasn't dropped. It's like it made you go into those things, and like it's when people, I said this before on a personal level, when a mentor of mine passed a couple weeks ago, but like you don't realize how hard certain people hit you on a physical and an emotional level until it happens, and it's just, yeah, man, rest in peace to him. And I do want to say prayers out to his daughter as well. I know we talked about his son, but he had a daughter as well. And I just want to say, prayers out to her. Like, I know we mentioned, we touched on the son because he lost both parents, but I don't want to miss on his daughter. Like, because this is a heavy, tough time, losing a parent, losing somebody who was not only a gift to you, but they were a gift to the world. And it's just like, the love that's poured out for this man over the last few days, and the news of his passing has been, for me, it's been a blessing, because it's like, it's nobody's like faking it. Like, nah, bro, you were a legend. You were, even though you hated the term neo soul, you were the guy, like. And so, like, thank you. That's what I want to say for real. Thank you. Like, you did a lot for the
Man.
world. You did a lot for me, musically. Just listen to your music, man. You in a better place, and thank you, man.
Yeah.
That's all I
And,
got.
and
Yeah, for sure.
it's even certain parts, man. You want to give them shout outs and remembrance of them. One of my favorite episodes of the show Atlanta was when old buddy was trying to go meet D'Angelo. Man,
Facts.
because
Facts. Like, yeah,
it
I'm
even
in
had
here
me to the
frying
point.
chicken.
It's like, is it him? Oh, it's not him either. You did all that. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
because
facts.
I haven't seen D'Angelo in a minute. Like, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And
Yeah,
shout out Jeremy
and
Fox because he had the episode
yeah.
where he imitated him at the end. Did the little got the cobweb shit out. He got the out his belly button. Like people make jokes of it at the time, but it's like that's also a part of the influence. It's
Mhm.
that's the thing. Like it's done out of love. So yeah.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace to D'Angelo. Salute to D'Angelo. Thank you for everything that you contributed while you was here with us, man. Timeless Records. Everybody, if y'all ain't peep, everybody's subtitle is our favorite song by D'Angelo. Leave a comment, man. Let us know what your favorite record by D'Angelo was. Um, let's keep it
Spin
moving.
the
Keep it,
albums. Just have
yeah,
some
for
fun.
sure.
Spin the albums. Love
Yeah.
yourself, man. Spin the albums, man.
And before we go on, we also I'm hot take. I don't care. We also got to say like he has one of the greatest metaphorical soul songs ever. Like Brown Sugar is a song about getting high and weed, and it is like,
Allegedly. Because it could just be how I made you feel.
but it's just
Allegedly.
what I'm saying. Like that's one of the things where it's like having those metaphors, and being able to do it like that, and that's one of your first singles. Like that's how you come
Yeah.
out.
That's what I'm saying. Out the gate. Crazy.
Beautiful,
Man,
man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to
James
D'Angelo.
Brown would have got wicked to Brown Sugar.
What?
James Brown would have got
What?
wicked to Brown Sugar, man.
Oh man. Let's keep it music though. Speaking of legends, but not in such great light, Timbaland is back in the news, man. He, as facts.
Boo. I'm just
As
gonna
we
ad lib you. Boo. Keep going. Boo.
as we
Boo,
all
Tim.
know, Timbaland has been working on AI and trying to implement AI into his music. He has an AI artist. I want to say the name is Tata Taktumi. Fully AI generated artist, music written through AI, beats instituted with AI. Put out a song, put out a music video. I'll start us off here. Timbaland, your legend card is just getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. I don't know what you got going on. I understand people trying to be, because you always gonna have those people that's gonna try to implement the thing that's coming in and get ahead of it and all of that. And yeah, that's cool and all, but like, bro, the AI music, the AI person that's not a person, but is doing the music and rapping, but it's not a black person. Like, I just don't understand. Like, where's the hip hop in any of this? It just looked like you. And then you also got accused of like taking folks' beats and then using the AI with those to do, like, it's just a whole lot of wig cap and nasty business from you right now. And that's all I got for you. This shit is whack. What you got, Ev?
Man, I think I devoted a couple keep it cleans to him over the last few months, and it's like, cuz we tired of you, man. Like as Nick said, your legend status is kind of in question, and it's like, no, we'll never take away what you did in the '90s. We'll never take away what you did in the mid 2000s. But ever since the 2010s hit, you've been really on a streak of losses. I ain't gonna go into in detail. You fucked over Tank. That's one. But it's you. I don't know, man. Sometimes it's good to just kind of fade to the background. Like you don't have to be in the mix. You don't have to be. And to do this approach, because this is the thing. not only are you destroying a couple states doing this, with this, uh, it's the play that you really trying to do. You trying to do the K-pop route with AI. Like you trying to like it's because what it is, you are doing this as a trend for bread. Like let's do it real. You being a capitalist right now. Let's be real.
Talk about
Oh man, I was hoping you let me be next episode because he for sure being a full on capitalist, bro. Like top to bottom. Man.
Yeah, bro.
Me,
and it's
let us
just
be Nick.
shit nasty.
Go ahead, Ev. You go first. Let's be Nick today.
But no, bro, this shit is
Go
just
ahead, you got it.
oh damn. That's crazy.
Let's be Nick
That's
today. Come
wild.
on, man.
That's wild. But no, bro,
It's
it's
a
just
perfect opportunity. Let's go.
that's some real capitalist shit because it's like again, we already said you were stealing beat, you were quote unquote taking beats from artists and using them funnel it to the AI to help you. So it's a big nasty game of you doing a lot of nasty games in one like instance. And man, the respect level is kind of going away. You know what I'm saying? Like again, you don't know me, I don't know you. Cool. But it's just nasty, dog. And it's just you don't have to do this. You don't have to. Like go do verses again. Oh wait, you fumbled that too. But yeah,
Hey, oh,
like,
real quick. Speaking of verses, ain't nobody watching that Cash Money No Limit verses. It's over, bro.
I'm not gonna
The
let you
verses
lie, but
bubble.
we'll come back to this. I'm not gonna let you lie about that. We'll come back.
I'm
to
gonna
this.
say I'm
'Cause
I'm definitely gonna tap in.
Timbaland
I'm
right
gonna tap
now.
in just to see.
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
gonna
tap
let you
in to
Y'all-
see.
Y'all
I'm
have
gonna
fun
tap
with
in
that.
to see that.
Yeah, I'll stand down. I'll stand down. I ain't. It ain't big enough for me to fight about. I'll stand that. Pause. That was crazy. That was crazy. We gonna keep it moving.
I wouldn't even go. I didn't
We
even
gonna
catch
keep
it.
it
I
moving.
didn't. I
We
didn't
gonna
even.
keep it moving.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, go ahead, Ray.
That's why the Paul game is funny because neither one of us caught it. He apologized himself. He self.
I don't want to catch nothing after that sentence. I don't want to catch nothing after that
He
sentence.
put it on his
You
own
got it.
jacket. We didn't even say nothing. It's so childish, man.
Oh man.
Oh gosh, man. No, to Timbaland, to that piece, Ev is right in same thing. I'm sure Nick was going down the line to eventually get us to, man. This is just a nasty version of capitalism. It's almost like one of those, like, I know you're doing it, but you don't have to do it like that blatant in my face. You know, it's just disrespectful of how comfortable you are telling people that I'm just ruining the artistry that people fell in love with. You know what I'm saying? And you having the ability to be different and be an innovator, and you've been doing that in a lot for a lot of range of your music. This kind of hurts, man. Like I thought you were at a low point when you were bringing Sexy back, and man, you smoked that bar. You smoked that bar. You took it straight to hell. You know?
On. Sexy Back was fire. Hold on.
No, it's not.
No, it
Wait.
wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Well,
No, it wasn't.
hold
Ev.
on.
I'm sorry.
For back then, what we doing?
That's your
for
ego.
06?
That's your ego speaking.
I'm a
That's
Justin
your
Timberlake
ego
guy.
speaking.
I'm a Justin
That's your
Timberlake guy.
ego speaking.
Come on, bro.
That's your ego.
Mm,
That's your ego speaking.
No.
Come on, bro.
Justin Timberlake was going for everything at that point. And nigga, that's back when he was doing that. Hey yo, I'm tired of using technology.
Now,
No,
see,
bro.
that one, that was bad. But hold on, don't get me started. We're not gonna crap on Future Sex Love Sound.
No, Future Sex Love Sounds is crazy.
And we can't.
We ain't
Because we can't even
because
blame
that's what Sexy Back was on.
Timberlake for that.
but
He was
Sexy Back
yeah,
is
but-
not good. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
It's
That's-
not.
That's all I'm
Because we
saying.
can't
It's
blame
just-
Justin for that. He's a product of Timbaland. That was a Timbaland thing. Because remember, he produced that track too.
Yeah.
He produced both of them tracks.
Mhm.
Look, man, I don't like that. You did have an opportunity to put a black woman there. Even if you wanted to make K-pop songs, you had an opportunity to put a black woman there. You don't owe us anything. You generally don't. I don't, like Ev said, I don't know you personally. I don't know what your life is like, but you came from a genre. Your claim to fame is a genre that represented us.
Yeah, that's all it could be. That's all it really can be, man. You coming from hip hop, you coming from R&B, you coming from black music, African American music. That's what this rooted in. And even if you want to implement the next phase, that's cool. but you owe it back to the culture, you owe it back to your people to put your people in them positions. And that's the initial problem with this, is how AI is already being used in all of these other facets to move people, that's generally us and other people of color, out of positions of necessity for automation. And you are doing that in another sense on in a hip hop term. It's just nasty work, bro. Yeah, man. Your legend status is on decline, brother. I hate to see it.
We don't want AI Asian Aaliyah.
You gave us the pink treatment. You turned into Post Malone. You
You
done,
don't.
you done did all the people that then came in the culture, and then you left it when it was not good enough for you. Now, once the bigger bag was somewhere else, you get that. What's the difference between what Pink did, what Post Malone did, any other artist that we could tab in there where you utilize the culture to get there? Because that you didn't have to do that. That's what makes this worse. You didn't have to do that. You were Timbaland.
Especially
You were
when
the
all of
Timbaland.
these,
You know.
especially when all these artists is like telling you blatantly, like we not on this, bro. Like this is not gonna be good for nobody. It's just nasty. It's just
And
nasty.
when this don't work, I just want you to know it's too late to apologize, gang.
Like what you did
I
there.
see what you did there.
Like what you
And
did there.
don't you say nothing.
Like what you
Do
did
you
there.
think it won't work though? Like genuinely, because based on what he's setting up and who the demographic is that he's been pertaining to, I can't honestly say I don't think it's going to work, because you're fixing everything for what the current algorithm is now, and that's an easy play on the market.
It's like
I
if I'm being honest and like trying to be as realistic as possible, AI is gonna be implemented. Like it's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be implemented. There's gonna be AI artists. There's gonna be that automation of just music, radio, stream, sound. Like it's gonna happen. It's just nasty that you doing this, bro. Like the ramifications of it happening is so bad for the artists themselves that it's like the complete capitalist play. Like they can absolutely move the humanity out of the music and just automate it. And it's like, where's the soul? Where's the creation for real? Like it's just
can I flip
it's
it? Can I flip it and ask y'all a question?
yeah, go ahead.
And I might bring this back up when in a situation where we have Bodega and Rose on here too, knowing that all three of y'all are in music. But do you try to get in on that game before they do? Like, what, it's early. They haven't put a streaming price on it, quote unquote. They haven't, like, all the rules of the game that we have seen music turn into in the industry that it was, from album sales going into digital streaming platforms, from artistry. Do you try to get in ahead of time?
If I'm okay, me personally, how I'm looking at it, me not rocking with AI, like generally, I can't do that. Number one, if I'm not gonna use it on a day to day, like on some making sure, or just use it frivolously, I'm not trying to get in on the rebound with the money of it or the profit of it just for that sake of doing so. That's on one instance. If you a type of person that don't care about that type of shit and you want to, that's just what it is. You like, oh, everybody already using it anyway, whatever. That's you. But knowing the ramifications that it's causing on like people that don't have nothing to do with no music, don't have nothing to do with no record deals and none of my dreams and none of that. They just trying to go to work and go home and take a shower and eat food. And it's frying them being able to do things like take shower and use their water. I can't. We trying to get in on it is just like you said, it's some capitalist shit, and we ain't pushing that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. On the
And hold on.
business play, though. Oh,
Mhm.
go ahead, Ev. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so I take back what I said about it not working, because we already actually do have an example of an AR artist being successful. Um, the Zan, I'm gonna mispronounce the name, but Zania Monet, like that's an AI artist who just got a $3 million record deal a few weeks ago. Like the real person who is behind it is a woman named Talisha Jones. Like, so that's the thing, is that like there's already a real time
Yeah.
example of this, and like
Yeah.
she has, and this AR artist has music charting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's the part, is that the integrity of you, Timbaland, that's where it hits a different, because we know to play because you're going to be able to, well, you're a legend, so you got the inner workings. This is just a woman who's a writer, and she's just using a platform to do it. You actually got the real tools plus
Right.
now. So I would say I take back it not working, and that's the unfortunate part. We saw a regular person just get a record deal.
Mm-hmm.
So he might honestly be doing this in a mass production moment. The minute that this gets off the ground a little more, he might have a whole ensemble.
And just to add on what you're saying real quick to the business play, real quick, right? It depends on what the goal is. Like if we worried about the artist, if we worried about putting power back in the artist's hand, putting power back in the consumer's hands, I'm not jumping on AI. I'm pushing everybody back to go buy physical. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting back to that sense where I'm going direct to consumer. I'm moving y'all out the way. I don't need to go through y'all to get my distribution off. I don't need to go through y'all to do all these things. So if the goal is that, putting the power back in the artist's hands, making sure they get a bigger piece of the pie, making sure they are properly compensated, healthcare, like, you know, all of these type of things, making sure that these people can continue to give you this art. And some of these stories don't end up so tragically off of things that could have been prevented had they had the access to the wealth that they've created for these billion-dollar companies. You know what I'm saying? A bigger portion of it. So it's like, yeah, if your goal is to do that, then you're not trying to jump on the AI. You're trying to revert everybody back to the old way. But if you're trying to get all the money and
see, that's kind of why.
Yeah.
You know, I feel you, and that's kind of why I asked the question too, because especially in the music conversation, we are so used to being the forefront, and then it's taken from us, specifically as Black people. And so, would it be acceptable? Is not the right word, but for sake of conversation, that's what we're going to go with, because you are allowed your sentiments to it. Would it be more acceptable if you had someone like him with that type of influence to be capitalistic on the front end and trying to put us in there first, do whatever it takes to put us in there first? Because there hasn't been, as far as I know, like laws put out on ownership of AI unless you go ahead and get in that type of market and say this is what it is. You put it in documents. I haven't seen policies of who necessarily owns the content unless you're the specific platform, like a Chat GPT or something that's utilizing your platform, right? So before it starts to get there and you're seeing this possibly be the evolution, would it be more acceptable if he got in on the front, or someone that represented us and is like, this is, you get to set up some of the foundation. You're there. We usually set up the foundation in the idea of the music, but we aren't often there in the ability to set up guidelines for the rules that are written to how it goes about being whatever it's about.
Yeah, I mean that's like the best case acceptable scenario you could get to if you get in there early and start setting some of the foundations of, you know, who's getting the rights, how much the splits are going to when it comes to the artists that we using the AI to learn from to do these things. And then if you got an ethical situation set up to where you're doing something on the back end to make up for the environmental aspect that you finna fry using all of this AI, maybe you could you can make the case that it's like, well, they're trying to do this too, so they're trying to balance it out, maybe. But the likelihood and the likelihood of that actually being the case is slim to none. So it's like, yeah.
And I get that too, because we're also, I'm sure we're aware that in the near future, if it's not already happening now, entire songs is just going to be built off of AI platforms. Like we're getting away from the actual band playing in the music, from the beat machines to whatever you use, the work of writing the music, the work of singing it, the work of the work of that you put into playing the music, engineering, producing, is going to all filter back into that. So if you see that coming down the pipeline, I know what you're saying about the likelihood. I would like to see those moments where there's people that have been representing us, and we know there's going to be some type of capitalistic play in the background, but I'd rather see our faces because we've been the ones that's giving you everything you listen to. Everything you listen to, from country, rock and roll, jazz, rap, I don't care what you have on your radio, there's a strong chance that it came from us. But we just never had the face. that's right there. I wouldn't want Timbaland to be the face. I'm not gonna hold you. I agree with everything y'all are saying in the conversation. I'm just asking optimistic questions because out of all the producers, I wouldn't have picked Timbaland first, but
Oh yeah,
Man,
I get you.
close enough.
Go ahead, Rick. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's just now I'm really thinking about it. Like, if this really works on a big, like large scale, music is done. Like music is done because this is the thing, right? You going let's say you get 5 to 10 AI artists that are buzzing and making great music. You're now let's think about it. They have to get into these awards, getting these nominations, getting into these like again, like these award ceremonies. You're gonna have a slate of all artists performing where you just watching a screen of an AI person.
Yeah.
And that's the part where like the innovation now gets lost, because that's the thing with music and all these forms of music that's been created. It's created through human innovation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's scary, dog. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy when you see how AI is affecting in every
Yeah.
major component of society. Like me, like again, y'all hear me. I say social media is the worst invention of all time. I tell y'all that all the time. I always make that case, and AI just made it more rampant. Now you're going to get into where AI could potentially destroy music if it gets too wild and too successful.
Mm-hmm.
That's a scary sight. We may not be around anymore when it happens, but it's a scary sight.
Yeah.
It's just bad.
And to Ray's point, we close it out. But to Ray's point of like our faces being or just having our faces as a part, I wouldn't want our faces to be a part of that. I would want our faces to be the ones that's fighting avidly against that and trying to uh regain a good route to get back to something that's more feasible, to lead people around longer, to lead the music around longer, to lead the artists around longer. That's my piece on it though. Like I understand where you're coming from, but I wouldn't want our faces to be on the front of or even at the biggest part of the profit or a bigger profit share margin of the end of music. Like I'm cool. I would rather us be the ones fighting to keep it alive. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that. I do understand that.
You feel me? We're gonna keep it moving, man. That was the seriousness of the podcast, y'all. We're gonna
Wait,
lighten up
no,
here.
no, no, it's not. Right here,
Well, hold
because I
on.
knew the list. Yeah, I got a last bit of seriousness to get off because we didn't get a chance to do capping rap, so I apologize for
Oh,
that. But
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I do have a quick capping rap because it bothers me genuinely as a person, especially for how egregious this is. This is for two people specifically. This goes for Judge Suzanne Worthington and Jesse Mack, your nickname Butler. Both of y'all are terrible, terrible people. If you're not familiar with this story, this is a situation that's happening in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Jesse Mack Butler is the son of, I could be wrong here, I believe it's a coach that, or his father has some type of affiliation with Oklahoma State University. Susan Worthington is a judge in the case of Jesse Mack Butler, who was charged with 11 felonious accounts of sexual deviancy. And I'm going to read them off, and I apologize for the people that hear this, but I need you to understand how serious his charges were. In this
Real
first
quick.
count,
Real quick. Trigger warning. Essay. Go ahead.
yes, first degree attempted rape, a second count, rape by instrumentation, another count, rape by instrumentation, a third count, sexual battery, forcible oral sodomy, domestic assault and battery by strangulation, and then domestic assault and battery by strangulation, a second count. One of the victim's testimony was he had choked her until she blacked out. And when she woke up, he did it again for fun. He was facing 78 years. It happened when he was 17, but he was going into being 18. And allegedly to this day, some of the victims, because there's plural, are still speaking about how he's contacting them to this day. You know why? Because instead of facing those 78 years, the judge is putting it on the table to save his youth. He was younger and he wasn't really sure, whatever the nonsense that she's putting on, to where he only has 1 year of supervised probation.
What the
1
fuck?
year of supervised probation for the 11 counts that I just read out. 1
My
year
stomach
of
hurt.
supervised probation, right? And this is beyond a racial matter. This is something that should frustrate everybody for caring about your women, your daughters, your sisters, and then even addressing men. This is part of the problem. And for the fact that the judge was a woman herself, and that's why I started off with the Oklahoma State connection, because they're saying his dad has something to do with it. I think she has something to do with the program, might be a donor, whatever the case may be. So there's alleged backdoor handshakes that are going on that gave him this clear slap on the wrist that was not deserved. Right. But 11 counts. 11 counts is what he had. And I need both of y'all to be addressed. I hope somebody gets a petition started. I hope they tear you up in a civil case. I hope that they remove you and disbar you, Suzanne. I hope that they figure out some things that we probably can't say on air because of what you let this person get away with. And now you're implicated as far as the eyes of the public that are trying to do better and be progressive in those moments and get to unity and equality and all the magical words that we speak of. But it's magical because people like you can't make it sustainable and rational and put it in reality. That's what I got.
Not for sure. I would add on to that just by saying this is why it's so important with the vigilance of people trying to protect women, protect children, because for all the people out there that's saying, oh, why don't you just call the police? This is what it turns into. Folks call the police. Majority of these cases don't even get picked up. And of the ones that do, majority of them don't get convictions. You have these
He
types of
originally
situations.
pled guilty. And then once he found out he had a deal, he switched it to no contest and admitted it. He admitted he did it.
Yes, it's ridiculous.
I don't even know why I didn't say that in the first part. He admitted he did it. This isn't alleged. He said he did it. He corroborated the victim stories bar for bar. This isn't one of those situations where, you deny it. You get people that deny it, like, oh, that wasn't me, and you got to prove the case. You didn't even have to prove the case. He said he did it out his own mouth. No coercion.
I just want real quick, because you did say it goes to beyond the race piece. Is this dude white?
Of course.
Judge White?
Of course.
Okay.
It's Stillwater, Oklahoma. I don't really know many of us that's not playing ball.
But to the race, please. To the race piece, it breaks down because we have multiple of these cases where somebody violates a woman's body, and it's a little white boy somewhere, college age white boy, teenage white boy, and they get up in front of the judge, and the judge says something to the effect of, you're a young kid, because they see themselves, or they see their kids, or they see their nephews and their nieces in them the way they don't see them in us. To where the same charges pull up, and this ain't even to try to placate none of the assaults that come from our side, because all of that shit is disgusting, and it needs to cease. But the piece, where that part goes into how somebody ends up with a slap on the wrist is because they look at them and they say, oh, my, that could have been my son, that could have been my whatever, even if they discussed it about a crime. And then you get into the other piece of people not feeling certain type of ways about respecting women's rights, even women, even older women. So yeah, y'all are nasty. And like Ray said, I hope y'all lose y'all fucking jobs.
Yeah, and prayers out to the victims, man. Because I was just Googling it as you were going, and like I'm reading some of the stuff that the victims were saying about how like one of them had to get surgery after being strangled, like, and she has a scar like on her neck that's gonna forever like haunt her. Like reading that just now in just like 12 seconds of time is just like, oh my God, like my heart hurts, my heart aches for that. Like prayers out to the victims. I could never imagine, like, but man,
couldn't imagine, man. Because the pain about it in this, to everything you just said, Nick, is we know this stuff happens, and I would like to give people the credit that they're trying to work on it. That's I like to say a lot of people are trying to work on it, right? What makes this type of scenario a little worse is he's quote unquote famous, the athlete tie, because it's similar to the Stanford case with Brock Turner, the swimmer. You're on the swim team at the college, and they have you doing this, and you're putting it. Usually, the cases that you're speaking about, a lot of times you wouldn't know unless you're in the area. right? And it might have came across your local news and somebody happened to make it go viral, like that whole process of it trending. Y'all are doing this with prominent cases and faces that are in people's faces.
Yeah.
Setting a precedent.
Mm-hmm.
We see
That's the
you.
piece.
We see
That's
you, and you're telling me it's not worth it.
yeah. That's the piece that the ramifications show of where when you do this and you make it public and you showing folks is getting slaps on the wrist for this type of shit. Most people not having to deal with no ramifications whatsoever. It sets the precedent that women are unsafe. This is why when they say this, it's not nothing crazy because the precedent shows that the police don't help, the judges don't help, the lawyers don't help. If you don't go get some of the procedures done that we already know the trauma that comes with that in a certain amount of time after the assault happens, now they just kind of like, well, you know, whatever you do submit will just go into the case file. And if we can get in contact with the dude, if we get him inside, but until then, we can't necessarily even get you a restraining order. It's just ridiculous. So it's like, yeah, when we get into these type of motions, like the precedent that's set, when they push back and say what they saying, stop telling them that they lying because you look at what y'all are doing.
Yeah.
And I do want to make a quick correction. I'll clean it up myself, a spot correction for what I just said. I know I said protect women, but I don't want to limit it to that because we do still deal with the culture where both sides, in this case proving, you have a man that did it, but you have a woman that said it's okay. And even on the other extent of not wanting to not include men that have been assaulted as well. The idea of allowing stuff like this to happen affects everybody. That's why it's not a race thing. It's not even a gender thing. It's a nasty thing that needs to be eliminated in totality, period.
Mm-hmm.
Dead stop, man. And yeah,
Sure.
in the major, I would think if this was a major city, there'd be more to do. Stillwater, Oklahoma. The only thing I know about that is Oklahoma State University is there, and it's just a college town. Like, and I think that's part of the reason why part of it got this far of him getting away with it because I don't think about Oklahoma. It's not a state that crosses my mind, you know what I'm saying? And that's what makes stuff like this very nasty.
Yeah, not for sure. Okay. Appreciate you though for just bringing that to light because that's it's nasty.
Yeah.
That will wrap up
this
the
up.
series. You said what?
Shout out to you, Ev. Shout out to you, Ev, because we don't get to do this often. Shout out to you, Ev, and Nick. Every now and then we pop up on y'all's YouTube and we got some crispy ass shirts on, man. We got some, we be having stuff that we do low key shout out because I ain't even peep the Green Ranger for a while, but you moved around. I said, my man, you know what I'm saying?
New
And
shirt,
Nick
right,
come in, you repping for hey,
I'm
you
gonna
know
rep
what
my
I'm
power
saying?
rank whenever I can.
Hey, new shirt as well, man. Shout out to the anime crew, man. Luffy, Gear 5. Gear 5, tough. And even for Nick, man, Nick be coming in with artistry designs. We don't give ourselves enough credit for how we be appearing virtually. We still be dressing up for y'all. We still be dressing up for y'all, bro.
Yeah, man, it's big Acme on me. You know what I'm saying? We keep that on at all times. You know what I mean? But that'll close up the serious segment of the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all. From here, we got hot topics, man. Up first, there's a teacher. I'm not gonna say where she's teaching. I'm not gonna say what necessarily is going on with that aspect. I'm gonna just give y'all the story of what happened. There's a teacher. She was out of class for a few days the week prior. She came back, got news from the sub that her class was off the wall, out of pocket with their behavior. She also came to the realization that one of her Funko Pops was missing. She let us know in the video that Funko Pop was a gift from one of her students from years prior. She let us know that through TikTok and letting folks know that her Funko Pop was missing, she found out it was worth a lot of money. She told the class, I'm going to give y'all the opportunity to let me know what happened. Y'all can just put the Funko Pop back on the desk and it's no harm, no foul. Folks didn't say nothing. The Funko Pop didn't get returned. She gave them the opportunity to write down what happened, not snitch on nobody. And she has an idea of who took this Funko Pop. And since it hasn't been returned, she says she is pressing charges. There was a lot of backlash from this story. Obviously, I want to get y'all's thoughts on what y'all think. Ev, talk to me, brother.
All right. First, to add a little bit more context, these were high school seniors.
Yes, facts.
These weren't so because when we hear Funko Pops, you may think younger children or something potentially. These was grown kids. Grown kids. All right. And
Young
so
adults.
young adults. There we go. These were young adults who did this. And again, the Funko Pop was rumored now from looking it up. I think it could be upwards to $500-$600, depending on where you're going to go get it.
Yep.
And
My
really quick,
reaction
can you
is
tell me what the Funko Pop was? Because I want to
it was a
visualize it.
it was a collector's edition
Hello
Hello
Kitty joint.
Kitty. It was a because on the woman's TikTok, she's a
Say
Hello
less.
Kitty fanatic. Like her whole classroom was
Say less.
Hello Kitty'd out. So it was a Hello Kitty
Okay.
thing. And my reaction is, y'all know the Michael Jordan meme. Fuck them kids. You got to set a principle because this is the thing. This is the like, especially when you go through the timeline of how long she gave this person. It was upwards of about 3 weeks to a month that she gave the student the opportunity to give it back. And again, like you said, Nick, she made her class write that class period. She made them write down, hey, tell me what happened that day. And again, she knows who did it because the kids wrote what happened that day. Some of them were truthful and said what happened of who took it. So I say it's a when you get that many opportunities and leeway of, hey, no harm, no foul, you can put it back. There's nothing going on. I've already told y'all this is of sentimental value to me. This ain't monetary value. This is sentimental value. And the student who gave it to her goes to the school now.
Mm-hmm.
That student was a third grader at the time when they gave it to her. That student's a freshman at the school now. So it's one of those things where she potentially sees the student who gifted her that every day and is like just sickened by the fact, like, something you gave me that I appreciated so long ago because I'm watching you grow. Because we know some teachers and students have a very, very loving relationship, especially when they get from a younger age and as they mature. So fuck them kids. I'm with her. File a police report because kind of going to something you said, Nick, in the last topic regarding the Stillwater, Oklahoma thing. Sort of regarding this when you said it about the judge having we see ourselves or see our children in it. A lot of the backlash of this police report is, why would you do this to one of the young children? Why would you call the cops on a young child? Why don't you give that grace of seeing yourself when you were younger? You made mistakes, you did things. It ain't about that. Today it's a Funko Pop. Tomorrow it's a phone. A year from now it's a car. It's the principle, It's the thing of don't take what's not yours. That's the
Keep your hands to yourself.
Keep your hands to yourself. And it's the principle of if your parents ain't gonna teach you, the world gonna teach you. And you don't want the word. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. If your parents don't teach you, the streets gonna teach you. The last thing you want is the streets to teach you anything, because they're gonna be more violent and more brutal than your parents will ever be.
Yeah.
Because this is the thing, you stole from a teacher. Let's be real, bro. These teachers, we already know the truth on teachers. They don't get paid a lot. They come out of their own pocket to supply some of the things in the classroom to give back. Teachers is that's the most like courageous job you can have because it has to be done from love. To teach children has to be done from a place of love because it's not for money. It's not for anything like that. So it's just one of them situations where it's like, yeah, we got to go there because we have to give you this example, because if we don't show you this now, there's no limit to where you gonna go next.
Yeah, I'll follow you up. Y'all got to lay off the teacher, man. You took it. I gave y'all the opportunity to return it without having no consequence. We figured out who it was. It still ain't been returned. You 17, 18 years old. You got to know these are the consequences to these types of actions. If we don't show you in this way, and we already gave you the option to not have to deal with a consequence, you ain't take it. This is what it is. Like, Folks gave you to get out of jail free card. You decided to go to jail. Literally. I can't. The joint worth however much it's worth. She wanted back sentimental value. Hey, it is what it is.
She didn't even know how much it was worth until after, at least from what she said, right?
Mhm.
So with that being understood,
Hold on, Ray.
we
I
can
think
move.
TikTok. I
Yeah,
think
TikTok told her.
TikTok told her how much it
Told her?
was. Like her comments told her how much it was worth.
Cool.
Like so when she
what we
even
can
made her
do,
initial video, she didn't even know.
crazy, right? So with that being said, we can remove financial value just off the table for a while. This is a clear example of what people mean when you say you can't put a price on time and feelings, right?
Mm-hmm.
While you have the backlash of her going to the officers, you don't know what that meant to her. You may not know the backstory to it, and some things are irreplaceable is the biggest piece of that. And now in that moment, she, the only thing we may have been able to ask is, could you have sent something to the parents to give them a heads up? But she didn't owe that. She didn't have to, because this wouldn't be a situation if her Funko Pop was there, and we get it. A few weeks ago, I want to make sure we're as clean as possible, because I let's address us in real time and make sure it's all on the table. Because a few weeks ago, a similar conversation to this, we were talking about let kids be kids and kids do things sometimes. So have the full conversation. This was in regards to Ding Dong Ditch, right? Kids are being kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we said. That was the stance that you had taken. Kids are being kids. Is the police too far?
Here we go. So kids are being kids. Kids take things. Okay, cool. You got caught. We gave you an option. You can fess up and we good. Just own up to your bullshit. You don't want to own up to it. With no consequence on the table. You don't want to own up to it. So you stealing, you lying, and this is with no ramifications in sight. And you're 17, 18 years old. Yeah, we go. Whatever happens from that point forward, you made a decision by not making a decision. And all decisions have consequences. Here we go. Kicking the door, goofy, like stupid, like yes, property damage, all of that is inconsiderate. The inconsiderate nature of a child, which is where you can connect it to the stealing piece. I feel you. You don't understand the full ramifications of what you're doing. Somebody might come out here and harm you for real. Understood. That piece, if they give you the chance, you kick the door, they come out, hey, bro, don't be kicking the door. You don't know what be going on. You almost just got hit. And then you hit that same house the very next day and you get hit. It doesn't necessarily make them cool off doing that to you, but it becomes a situation where it's like, they just told you what was going, like, what we doing, bro? So in this situation, yes, kids are being kids. The kid got caught and got the opportunity to be given the benefit of doubt of being a child. I'm gonna let you off scot-free if you just give it back. They ain't give it back. Now you no longer get the kid treatment. Like that was your decision.
And like I said, I'm gonna always look at it, because I think I said it back then too. Actions have consequences. It don't matter how old you are. Actions have consequences. And let's be real, you can't dictate the consequence.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to the affected party. And that's why I'm okay with her, because of the context. She gave you the out. She gave you, and let's be real, the person didn't return it because they knew the value. They probably already went and sold it. Let's be real. Let's be real. They
It's
knew.
trending right now. The whole thing is like, it's like, that's why I can't really give her no slack for it. It's like you gave them the grace. Like I pulled up, you did me wrong. I gave you the grace. Just give me my stuff back, and we square. I ain't even gonna trip on you. And you still don't give me my stuff back, and now I know you did it. What you want? How much grace you really want me to give you right now? Money aside,
that's where
like money aside, I ain't even tripping off the value of it. The value of it gives me the opportunity to file a report. But since you
And she even
that's
said
where
that. She even said that. She was like, because it's of this monetary value, I can do this.
it's like, yeah, bro,
and
Like
that's
she
why
even
I
explained
asked.
that.
you fried yourself.
I at least bring it up for the kid piece, for the kid piece, because everything we're saying right now, very logical, very rational, very much a way that an adult would approach it. As a kid, because I'm only having this conversation because we broached the area or the gray area of grace and similar, not even a ding dong ditch. It was multiple children conversations. As a kid, I don't think that I can say now as Ray, I don't understand. You might have sold it. You're in a panic. You might have taken it like you liked it. You're in a panic. You might have thought something was going on between you and the teacher. Not like y'all have issues. So you don't know the full context. And I'm not saying any of these are wrong or any of these are right. I'm sorry. But you know how kids piece together logic in their mind. The rationale is what they utilize to make it make sense. It's not the cleanest of whatever. It could have been, we know us as young men. It might have been a dude that took it, slid it to his girl. He didn't say where he got it from. It just coincidentally happened to be the same. You know, your girl don't even go to the school. You done picked it up. You done got her a gift. Whoop-de whoop, right? Not the way to go about it. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just placing it
No,
there for the logic that we're using, translating that
but the print
to the grace period of the child.
translating it comes to the principle of the piece. You got to come clean. Like if like living, you know what I'm saying?
Your
Trying to
classmates already told on you.
but even beyond that, it's like whatever the situation was, once you caught, you caught. We didn't say that back to the what y'all had said on the Rodney Hinton case joint. Like when you dead to rights, be dead to rights. It is what it is. Now that situation is different. We talking about like being
Yeah.
caught on shit with, but you know what I'm saying. When you
It fits. It fits in a way.
it fits in it. So when you caught, they got you. Best thing you can do is tell them, "For all right, yeah, bro, you got me. You got me. Come out with your hands up." Like especially, and then it really loses its weight of like the grace of the child, all of that. Because for me, when they gave you the out, when I gave you the benefit of the doubt and let you know you can give it back without having to deal with that extra embarrassment that's gonna come. Because the initial embarrassment that you might be trying to duck as a kid is like, oh, bro, I got caught. I'm gonna be looked at as a thief. Folks is gonna judge me. Folks gonna talk about me. Who knows how long this story gonna live? Whatever. But once you don't fess up, and now the police is arresting that, now you might have to deal with the showroom of you getting arrested in front of the classmates. You might have to. Now it's extra embarrassment and extra problems that you got to deal with. That's why we tell the youngsters, don't be in there lying. Don't be lying. Just come on out. Let us know what's going on. And we're going to do our best to steer you in the right direction from there.
So now you mentioned when the grace was lost. I'm going to be real. The grace was lost when I found out they were seniors. Because this is the thing. You a senior. You're 17 or 18. You're practically in the real world. You're literally planning out your postgraduate like life already. Like let's real. We was all seniors in high school. What were you doing? You were either getting out of school early because you already had your credits towards the second semester. You had a job. You probably may have had a car. You were already starting to do those things of an adult.
Yep.
And that's why I'm with her 100%, because guess what? If I gave you these outs, and you still want to play crazy, it's time for you to see what's going to happen when you're not under the protection of your parents, under school jurisdiction, under all of that. This is going to be your first test.
Yeah, and to be clear, they can like.
Can we hold on? Hey, everybody at home listening with me, let's give these boys a round of applause because they are in their parenting bag something crazy, man. Look at them go. Look at them go. They are deep in the duffel of parental as we look, man. Oh my,
Man, look.
they're miraculously and gracefully dancing in their parental bag. Look, as someone that had the hardest of times not getting off the ship when I got many of olive branches as a kid, when Pops was looking me dead in the face, like I
Nigga,
know,
nigga,
I
Nigga,
know. Just
nigga,
cuz.
say it,
help
please.
me,
Don't make
help
me do this to you.
me,
I know.
help me, help
Like
you, bro. Help
Yeah.
me, help you.
items, like holding on for dear life. I was that kid. I don't know what you talking about. I don't know what you mean. Prove it. You, there's no video evidence. I don't know, man. As that kid and growing up and being the most stubborn about it, there's all genuineness in what these boys are saying, because that was also the lesson that my pops was very big on. Like, look, there was a period of time that you were a kid, and then there's a point in time that you start to turn into a young man that I know that
You
and that's
know,
why I
right?
can't
Yeah.
give you a pass. I
Yep.
know that by this point, right? There's still some grace, and it's as if the rope, if you will, shortens as you get older. You go from being a kid to a teenager to a young adult, transferring into an adult. You know, right?
If
And
you know better, do
you
better.
know, and so there's conversations that we've had that kind of ties to this type of topic. And I know it sounds very simple. And this was even one that Evan and I had off air one time with off of a spin-off that of a conversation we were having in the group chat. And we were comparing things, and that's we were talking about the degrees of separation and how quickly that web can turn in. Like, you and I have the same exact path all the way into this very point. You went left, I went right, and then what happened after that? So just giving that conversation of understanding to a piece is also what we are trying to push. And that communal aspect, especially to the young folks, is like, let's help them transition
Mhm.
into the young adults. And in part of that transition is also giving the explanation to the best of our ability to where they could possibly understand it too. So
Mhm.
to the party that did take it, I'm sure by now you're aware that the story's out there. And I can only think about it, especially younger me, where that now additional pressure is on you too. If you still out, because I can also say on the other side, for a participant in activities that parents wouldn't approve of, hey, big fella, little lady, whoever, somebody folded on you already. I know you hope that it hasn't happened, but let me just tell you this story can't go on for this long without somebody folding. Just accept that. Who it
Yeah.
is, you might have to do the math in your head. Don't waste too much time doing the math in your head now, because you need to still be doing the math on how you could correct the situation. Your math is later math. It's not now math. You
And
could add that and figure that out on whatever you have to do. But for that activity, bro, somebody has folded. Just know that.
and to the
Turn
to
it
the
over,
young
bro.
and to the young homie too. Like, I'm gonna shoot you some grace, and I'm gonna just be optimistic in the piece. The teacher might just be trying to get you out the hole. Charge Folks might not press charges. 12 might not pick up charges. You a kid, first offense, all these type of things. You might just get some extra community service. You might have to do detention for a semester, whatever the situation. But it don't have to go that far. This is probably just a scare tactic to get you to come outside and get you to see how massive the consequences can be for you doing something that you didn't think was that serious. Give it back, man. Give them their stuff back. Let's clean this up. Let's get the teachers off of TikTok unless you giving us a TikTok lesson plan from the rubric. Like,
Definitely.
I want to see you break down.
We're not about to pin down the teachers, bro. Hold up.
I'm saying this though. I'm saying this is my only thing with social media TikTok educators. It's my only thing. I understand y'all complaining about the state of the children. I think that's necessary. Like, quoting stats, giving real world experience on what you see and what you're dealing with. I think that's important. Um, Reporting on some of the parents and what you got to deal with, and that's it. Like, reporting on what you have going on as a teacher through that experience. I think that's important. I think showing how to break things down, giving the lesson plan, giving the education itself is important. To be honest with the teacher lady, I don't really need to know that your student stole your Funko Pop. I don't. I don't want to see you giving the rundown of the disciplinary action piece to them and talking and y'all doing the back and forth. I don't want my kid to be in a class and then see him on my FYP page. I don't want to do
Like,
so that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
there's a very that's a great thing you just said, because there's a very thin line of being a content creator and then having these social media apps and devices for your own personal leisure. Because let's be real,
Man,
like you just said, that's supposed to
why
be
we
in your
so
close
against
friends.
teachers having
That's
fun,
supposed to be in
man?
your close friends. Telling if you gonna tell that
Teachers
story,
having fun.
would you say, Ray?
Why we so against teachers having fun, man?
No, no, no. I'm not against them
Teachers
having
can have
fun.
fun.
No, 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 no,
I'm
no, no,
about
no.
the kid. I'm about the kids, bro. I'm about the kids. If you teaching the kids, cool. Y'all doing lesson plan stuff, cool. Y'all did a little dance, whatever, and you got consent from all of the parents to include their kid in your TikTok video, great. But all of these, y'all in free time, you just on TikTok, and then
Yeah.
now you interacting with the kids and you just show, oh yeah, these are my kids be talking about. My kids trying to roast me today.
Yeah.
Brother, get back to class.
Telling the
Can
kids
you?
personal
Hey man,
business about them having little boyfriends. I've
I'm,
seen that.
I'm
It's
cool.
a dude teacher with the dreads, and he be doing that. And it's like, I get it of showing the personality, but guess what? It's also a part where, like, these are still children. These are still
Hey,
children,
man, that's the programming. I'm fighting back for the teachers. That's the
man.
programming. Even before social media, people weren't letting teachers have fun, man. That's in
No,
your
I'm with
mind. They
teachers
making you
having
take
Yeah,
it
fun.
serious, man. Teacher,
I'm with the
teachers get
fun.
look.
I'm with the fun,
Hey,
but again, it's
look.
like time and place, bro.
What if that's
Time
my
and place.
outlet? I've been dealing with your badass kid all year. This is my outlet. You have an outlet. I have an outlet. At least I
I'm
didn't
cool
say
with
his
that.
name.
I'm cool with that. I'm saying in the sense of where it's in the classroom. Like if you doing that, if you a teacher and like folks just know you teach, but you getting that off at your crib or whatever, you just, man, let me tell y'all about this kid that I had this one time, and you get into a story, whatever. Cool. That's what I'm not tripping on that. I'm specifically
Okay.
talking about when you include the kids in the content, whether they're on
Oh, when
camera
you
or
see
it's just a voice, or on camera or it's just a voice, y'all going back and forth. I don't want to see y'all doing all of this extracurricular that's outside of educational shit on TikTok, bro. Like,
I don't
what
want
the
to see
fuck?
kids in your social media for a fact.
I don't
I
want to
agree
see
with
that.
that.
I don't want to
I don't
see
want to
that.
see the kids
Like,
in
if
your
it's a
social media.
if it's
Yeah,
a conversation
yeah.
you having with the kid that's not centered back around education, I don't want to see that just wasting time on the TikTok, bro. We know what the literacy rates are. We know what the problems we face in education. We know the issues that they doing with the Department of Education right now. We're gonna talk about the government shutdown a little bit later. Yeah, we know what's going on. We don't have time for that.
Yeah.
We don't have time for that. Stop
And if
playing.
you
Yeah,
and if you're
no,
gonna do that, hold on,
I'm
hold on.
not with the kids being there.
If you're gonna really do this, this is how I look at it, because I know, again, we all know, probably personally know our friends who have become teachers, because I know I have quite a few friends who have become teachers. If you're gonna do this, you have to have a separation. If you're gonna have your TikTok, you need to have two. One of them is solely into that TikTok of educational lane, and then have your think about it. You need to have your teacher XYZ account name, and then you
Mhm.
can go and have your underscore bad bitch. Do that over there, and when you got all your crazy content. But the separation of the duties and the separation of the person has to be there. Make it where them kids can't find that page, because I know like a lot of people who have it where they can't find that, and then cool, all this teacher content is here, because the one thing you never want is your students to find your personal stuff, because they will use that against you. So yeah, man, like, learn to differentiate and separate some of that stuff. I would say, again, some people say, well, it's a learning tool, it's a learning thing for the other teachers. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah,
gonna say.
yeah, yeah. That's what I got though. That's what I got for them boys. Give it back. Give it back. From keep it clean to you. Give it back. that's all we got for you, man.
And we got an avid listener at when you had hit me earlier and told me, or when y'all said it earlier on this pod, when y'all told me what it was, we got an avid listener, friend of the show. Shout out to Bree. That is a diehard Hello Kitty everything. And I hit her and I was like, yo, if just one of your Hello Kitty anything got stolen, and I didn't even like the response that was being typed up. It's like, yeah, I understand. You can't talk about
real wicked. Yeah, man.
You can't talk about sentimental values, bro. Just give it back.
Leave stuff folks alone, man. Keeping it pushing, keeping it somewhat educational. There's an education piece to this. A show we all a fan of, Joe Budden Podcast, this last week had a viral moment yet again. Queenzflip and Marc Lamont Hill got into it on the show. There's been a lot of backstory coming into this. This ain't the first time they got into it. This is just the most explosive time they got into it. We're gonna let this clip play and we're gonna give y'all the reactions, man. We told y'all we having fun today.
Whatever you've ever told me, you know ain't never come out, and whatever ever happened that I witnessed to, I ain't never said shit about. I'm not even going to allude to it on here, because I don't move that way.
You say a lot of tricky words.
No, I don't. So I say regular words that's tricky to you.
You spend 1,000 hours trying to communicate and speak to people to be accepted by people that this community, that this nigga built.
You mean like promote the show?
You try to win favor. You try to win favors. You mean like point out everything else that nobody do. That's sucker shit to me.
When do I do that?
You try to point out.
Don't call me a sucker no more. Don't call me a sucker no more. Don't call me a sucker no more. Don't call me a sucker no more.
All right, man. That's what was going on up there, but they was getting active. It went further. Folks got to standing up. They offered to go outside to talk. They didn't go outside to talk. Everybody calmed down. Podcast has dropped since. Everybody's back cool. But we just wanted to react to this because this shit was crazy. We was talking about it in the chat, man. What you thought when you saw this joint, man?
Hey, I laughed a lot. One, I laughed because I didn't know sucker was a trigger word for people. And we know Marc like 46, 47, he from the old days. And when I learned that sucker was a trigger word like that, I say, well, shit, what would happen if he called him a jive turkey? I'm like, because to go from 0 to 20 off of don't call me sucker, because he said, I feel like that's sucker shit.
Yeah,
the action. He's like, let's be like, because I ain't gonna lie, when I get in the situation with that, I get technical because it's like, okay, he said that sucker shit, the action, not the person.
And he tried to clean it up too. He was like, I'm not calling you a sucker. I'm saying that's Marc said. It's the same thing.
Yeah, and it's like, and it's one of those things, and it was like, damn, like he really went there, and it's like, but what I really said was, because this is honestly, I'm gonna be real. When I saw Marc pop off, I clapped because there's a saying: "Stop fucking with them quiet ones."
I thought it was funny as hell. I'm gonna say this though: the conversation would have stopped. Mics would have got moved, and I would have offered to go outside. As soon as Brett said, "I use regular words that's tricky to you," we can cut all of the mics off right now, bro. You're not finna talk to me like that.
No.
Don't
shave.
That's the coldest diss ever. Coldest diss.
Don't shave context. Full context. He was accused of being tricky. The Queenzflip said you say tricky things. So context.
And I'm saying if I say so cold, it's the rebuttal. If I say to you, you be using tricky words and you say no, I use regular words that are tricky to you. We are cutting these microphones off and you can meet me outside, my boy, because what's the problem for real? What's the real problem?
you know that was from the heart, because this is the thing that I've noticed, like with me and with other people, when you get pissed off, you get wittier. I've seen that. When you get pissed off, you get wittier. Like, and you like it's like
not
you
witty.
get,
you know what it is?
What?
He's focused. Like, because when you're witty like that, because let's not dance around it, right? Because I will say this: the scene, or this reminded me of that scene from 40-Year-Old Version. Remember when Kevin Hart and old boy were getting into it in the store? Exactly. He said, "I don't know what that means. So I'm gonna take that as disrespect." Right? That's what he was saying in the story. That's what that looks like when you're dealing with I would say, unfortunately, a gap in just the thought process. So when you're someone in Marc's position, you will probably often feel like you have to water down what you say. It could be very vague. You can keep it general. Now, when you get pissed off, you start focusing. Like now it's like, no, now I'm talking to you because I've been saying broad things. So now let me address you directly. It's the focus. The wit was there. I'm doing my due diligence to try to not be as witty because you can't catch it. You can't catch what I'm saying. So now it's like, nah, I was witty. You just didn't get it. And then when somebody had to tell you, because this is what happened, Queenzflip be like, I don't know what you said. He'll get mad. He'll go home. He'll get on the comments and he sees everybody saying, yo, did you hear what Marc said to you? And he goes, oh, damn, I'm dumb because I didn't even hear what you had said. Now I look even dumb. So I only know this because they had told me and I still don't know what you mean. But now I'm going to go at you because I'm extra mad for being extra dumb. That's how the whole situation that played out. Right? You be saying tricky things. Who told you that? Who told you that, Queens?
And you know what's crazy? And all of that, I want to say something with this too, outside of with Marc and Flip specifically. Joe Budden's a devious nigga. Because this is the thing. When you watch that full clip, if you realize what really happened, Flip had a little bit of that anger and triggering because of Joe piggybacking saying, Dad, yeah, we loyal, nigga. We ain't gonna say we know what you did. He amped it. And it's like, hold on, wait, what the boss done on, boss?
I gotta shoot Joe Bell though. He said in the middle of them going at it, he said it's all going out.
For sure.
Because someone asked.
Y'all want to be careful about what they get access to, shuts the fuck up. If you don't want it to be a part of it, once we get the going, it's going. If you want to take it there on the joint, we take it there on the joint because it's going. And that was on the Patreon too. Like, you know what time it is, man. You know what you're here for.
Because the funny piece about it, we can't glide by it. I know we laughing. It's a different generation. I do have to give a shout out to being raised by pops and 4 older brothers. Sucker to them is literally cursing at them. Like I know we laughing about it and we're making a job take like for them because that was especially during the time he would have been a kid during this time, but for his parents, sucker was the quiet down version of calling you a motherfucker. Like this is a whole Black Dynamite skit that played out. Like you get called sucker, it is up. It's up immediately. And and the funniest part about it too, because that's where we've also transitioned in our thinking to this type of generation, right? Insinuating was almost just as bad as saying it. So to say sucker shit it's you still calling me that because you're saying that I'm even to show a little bit of sucker in my character, I'm taking that as disrespect because I don't see myself as that. So don't even insinuate that, right? Like the same way to today's version would be, you know, being called a bitch. Like I'm not saying you a bitch. I'm just saying like you're doing bitch like things. Like that's how we would flip it. It's like nah, because you know what that word means.
Shit. And it's like
you know what I'm saying? You know what that word means. So like to even have it in your sentence as the words come in my direction make me feel away.
And to what he was saying was the sucker shit was like trying to earn favor by, you know, engaging with the fans, making slick comments to Joe about pay and stuff like that. Jokes, if we keeping it clean, jokes. But you know, doing extra things, seeming like you're doing extra things behind the scenes to make sure that you have good favor within the workplace. And I just want to ask y'all, have you experienced, you know, coming into a place and just doing what you do, showing up how you show up, and then folks looking at you like, why are you doing extra shit?
Oh, for sure. All the time. Hell, let's be real. Like, because me with working in tech, I'm always the only, if I'm not the only, it's literally on the hand count of people that look like me working in the field. Shit, nigga, I get that with the older, especially honestly, matter of fact, let's not even take it away from race. I get that because most of the time still, after working for 10 years, I'm still the youngest person most of the time because all these people are more in their late 30s, early 40s. So they look at it like, oh, you kissing ass or you sucking up, because one, they look at me like a child, and that's already the first screw up in the mix of no, we peers. So you get that where they like, oh, you just kissing, you just sucking up. No, I'm good at my job. I know what I'm doing. And if I'm new or whatever, one, I'm younger than you. So it's a thing of I have more ideas, more time to innovate, more times to create. I'm bringing that here because y'all been doing this for 20, 30 years. You're kind of stuck in your ways. And I'm bringing a different perspective. And guess what? That perspective that I bring, people like it because it's newer and it's fresher. And it's like, oh, we didn't know we could do it like this. So now you feel away because you weren't the person to think of it. You weren't the person to do it. And now because we didn't made that move of, yeah, we're going to follow what he said. And because it's him, even though you got higher seniority or whatever, yeah, we're going to move on that notion. And we're going to, not even promotion, we're going to recognize him or whatever. You become to start to feel in a certain way of, oh no, this motherfucker. It's literally people turn into that flip because of workplace insecurity.
Ray.
You feel like a threat in a lot of environments in my career field. I think I've for sure been in these situations, and I can damn sure echo, mirror, and relate to the sentiment that Ev just gave, because I can't tell you how many times that I've been in that. And what makes it interesting in those moments when you're just doing you, and I hope that it's understood. We're being so clean on when we're saying you just doing you. Don't bag this in as like, oh, I was just doing this, and like there's some things that could be misconstrued. You got to own that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone that's genuinely being you, as in this is what I do everywhere else. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around the understanding of why that makes somebody uncomfortable. And it's funny we're having this conversation because I ask my pops regularly, because I know I'm your son. I look like you. You were young before me. You went into a weird environment as you were doing it. A lot of my personality kind of mirrors you. Help me understand it, because I don't understand it. Like, what did I do? What did I do? You feel me? Like it's to the point where to the young point that Ev is making. Sometimes I feel like with our age group, you go into particular fields where you already feel in the position to have to even determine what it is that you just said to me, or what it is that you just personified onto me. Because sometimes it's not race. Sometimes it is ageism. Sometimes it's ageism, but it's not race. Sometimes it's both, right? I've been called civilized before, right? Because I was working with an older group of women. I was the only male. I was the only young person. When I say young person, the closest in age to me was at least 15 years. At least.
Mm-hmm.
We're not even speaking the same. So when I was called civilized, and this is the first one, mind you, I'm 3 weeks into this job. This is the first bullet that was fired my direction. I got called civilized, and I remember sitting there thinking how smoothly she was just able to say it in the sentence and kept going. Like, that's to your point, Ed, when you get technical, that's how my technicality works. It's like, because I'll give you credit if you slick. If it makes me laugh, I might let it go. I might. Like, I see you, but it was creative. Yeah. Cool. Right? So she slid smoothly in there. Like, it was just, if you're on a 4-count bar setup, it was like the setup in her mind. It didn't even get there, but I was like, nah, that was the punch. That was the punch. And I saw that, right? So boom, I call Pops. Because I can't tell if this had to be racist. Because what do you mean by civilized? So I call Pops. Let me get some perspective on this. Hey, man, what would you do if someone called you civilized? And he goes, did they expect me to swing out of the trees like Tarzan? And I needed that laugh. I needed that corny laugh. You know why? Because it put it back into perspective of resetting what this whole topic of the conversation is. All I was doing is minding my business. Mm-hmm. All I was doing is minding my business. And because I was able to speak a couple words that you approved of, you call me civilized, right? They call you fluffy. I had my hair out, went to work, curls doing what they do. I look like a gem, just all biceps, Virginia. It's curls everywhere. It's curls everywhere, right? Negro called me fluffy. Then got mad at the fact that I responded saying, whatever I said. I'm not going to bypass it. He called me fluffy once. I heard him, didn't acknowledge it. He came back because he wanted to make sure I heard him, and he called me fluffy again. And then the second time, you forgot who I was because, you know, being you in the workplace, I fired back. If I cut a little bit of my hair, we could give you some eyebrows that you have missing. Next, you know, I got an HR meeting, right? You know, and now I'm stuck. Coming back to that scenario, it's like, what did I do besides mind my business and be you? This creates a weird environment, and I don't know how to describe it other than we get frustrated with it because it's extended high schoa. You start to realize certain corporate environments is just another group that you're stuck in that you see regularly, and it's just that drama. I know it's a bad way out, but I've come to the point where it's like, all right, man. Now I'm that it is what it is guy. For that specifically, I become the it is what it is guy.
Yeah, to a degree, because it's like, bro, regardless of what you got going on, I'm gonna still come in here and do what I'm supposed to do, regardless. So like, I really don't have time for it. But it's like, since you brought it to everybody's attention, we could talk about it. But don't get mad when we talk about it and you look as goofy as you sound because you got this issue that you shouldn't have.
Mid-pod, keep it clean because we're here, right? I'm in a scenario, y'all. I didn't change what I was doing for my regular day-to-day to the person, since we both have moved on, to the person.
Shit.
To the person that did a drive-by verbal assault on me when I wasn't talking to you, and you popped out of a doorway, walked into the hallway, and told me that I look like Flavor Flav. It is up on sight when I see you now. And I didn't know that you, I don't know whether or not you knew that, but when I see you for the rest of your life, it is on sight. Flavor Flav.
That's so racist. I swear to God.
Boy, oh man, like the way that I had to text my folks, my mom and dad, like your son almost lost his job today. Because if you were within arm's reach, I do not know if I could have held back the reaction from my hand going across your face. Flavor Flav. And shout out to you, Flav, because you do philanthropic things. You sponsored a whole women's water polo team in the last Olympics. But I do not want to look like you. And I'm so sorry, my brother, because I'm not trying to put you down in any way, shape, or form. But to the person that said it, Flavor Flav, bro, in 2024. Now, I didn't forget the date, dog. I was so disrespected in that office. I would have walked to you, took you downstairs, and boy, Flavor Flav, the way I would have clocked you.
Hold on.
Nigga,
Hold on,
man.
All right. No, we go. Calm down. We don't want you having a Marc moment. Calm down.
Hold on. No.
Oh my God.
I'm addressing you specifically. I'm addressing you specifically, Dan.
Oh,
Dan,
shit.
Right? Yeah. I'm talking to you specifically, Dan. Yeah. Here we are. To the fact that I had to sit there and handle that a person that can walk faster than he runs had the nerve to call me Flavor Flav with his whole chest that's having a hard time continuing to go on because of how big, nigga. Oh,
all right.
Prayers for Dan.
On site.
Prayers for Dan.
On site, bro.
Dan, you better
standing still.
Prayers for Dan.
Dan, you better walk.
And you
better
me
walk
Flavor
around
Flav,
like
bro.
Daft Punk.
You better watch yourself, cuz.
We're gonna lighten this up. Do we have
your
questions?
jeans sound like windbreakers when you walk.
Ray, tell me if you have questions, my brother. Come back to the center, my brother. Tell me if you have questions.
Breathe, my nigga. Breathe.
Do you have a question for us this week?
How you have meat sweat sitting in your office and you didn't even eat today?
That was a question.
Do you have a question for
That's
the
my
Keep It
question.
Clean podcast?
I do got questions. I got plenty of questions. I got questions for Dan. I do.
Do you have a question for us this week, my brother?
I got a question, and it's just because I had this was a conversation I ran into late with my homies yesterday.
Let's do it.
Oh my God. So, you at the casino with your homies. Y'all all out, and your homie say, bro, I'm not gonna come kick it. I ain't got no bread. I ain't trying to gamble. You give your mans 100. You say, come kick it with us. We going to vibe out. We kicking it, bro. I got you. You give him 100. He wins $10,000 off that 100. What are you, if anything, what are you wanting back from him as payment?
All right. Off principle. Yeah, off principle. If you give me back the 100, I ain't gonna front you. I ain't gonna front on you. If you give me back the 100, you like, hey, bro, you gave me 100, I'm gonna give you 100. Keep gambling, type shit. It's like, cool, nigga. You don't call it even. You run me anything past that, good money in my book for real. Like I ain't gonna count your pockets, type shit.
Okay. Ray, go ahead, because after you answer, I'm gonna flip the question.
What I'm expecting is probably like, hey man, drinks on you tonight. Drinks on you tonight, bro. Let's go
That's
celebrate,
fine.
bro. Drinks on you tonight. Like you got 10 drinks on you tonight, man. Because if I gave you the 100, it's no longer my 100. Shout out to you, bro.
Okay. All right. See, that's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. And in this scenario, I was hearing the homies like, "Oh, I'm gonna give them 2,500, or I'm gonna bust it down the middle, or I'm gonna give them $3,000." And I'm kind of like, one, you're kind of overcompensating for something to just go and willingly give them this. If your man said, "Here, just take it," that's how I felt. But now I'm gonna flip it. If you were the one to receive the 100 and win the 10,000, what would you give?
I got a band for you. Got a good rack for you. You know what I'm saying?
And so now I'm gonna ask you.
Might have 2,500 if I'm drunk. You know what I'm saying? If we just feeling like throwing money around type shit. I might bless you down, great. But yeah, I got a rack for you off top.
And now I'm gonna ask you why.
I mean, you my man. So you ran me the 100. I tripled. I mean, I got 10 times what you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just run that back your way. Like you gave me 100, I'm gonna give you a rack. You gave me OD and you looked out type shit. Like, yeah, here you go, bro. Bring you a band.
Because that's what honestly your answer 1,000. That's what I said. I said, nigga, because me, logical brain, I told niggas, I say, well, when you look at the percentages of the money and everything, you gave me 100, I
Yeah.
put it to 10. That's a 1,000-time flip.
Yeah, type
And
shit.
I'm giving you 1,000. I just gave you a 10-time flip on what you gave me.
Yeah.
All is fair. Because guess
Yeah,
what? We
chilling.
spreading around money that neither one of us had at this point. You gave me 100. I got 10. I'm giving you 1,000. You didn't have that other extra 900.
Yeah, it's like, bro, you gave me 100 and you got 1,000. You gave me 100 and I got off of the $100 that you spent. However, you gave it up. Niggas got $10,000. You made back a band. Somebody else walked away with 9 bands. And if everybody, the homies, and y'all probably finna keep gambling this money and spending extra money on the trip now because y'all got the extras, you gonna enjoy the proceeds of that anyway. And folks don't owe you nothing more than what you gave them if you want to play it like that. But yeah, that's all I got.
I feel like that just comes down to how you would do you. I think it's crazy to try to put an expectation on what would be owed, because if you just gave somebody some money, like you gave me the 100, I'm gonna give you bread, and that's just who I am. I'm gonna give you bread. Like I don't think I would have had a predetermined amount, if you will. Me personally, I wouldn't even be mad at half, because I probably wouldn't be in this situation had you not gave me the 100. But I'm not holding the expectation to have.
Yeah, it's like I'm not mad at nothing you do. I'm not mad at nothing you do with it because it's your money at that point. So like I'm not mad at if you decide to be like, hey bro, you gave me that 100, I hit for a 10, I'm finna go crazy in the book. Cool. Hopefully I hit today type shit. Like it is what it is. Like it be like that, bro. Like if you was gonna play it like that, you shouldn't have gave him the 100. You should have went over there and bet the 100. Like
and the reason I asked that question, because like I got asked this question late, and I said 1,000. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna give him a G because I'm thinking, and I got told like, Oh, nigga, I'm judging. Like one of the homies was like, I'm slick judging your character. And I'm like, huh?
Nigga, you
Because
broke.
Actually,
Nigga,
because
you
it's
broke.
like,
you know what?
huh?
I'll meet you in the middle. If we at the casino, what I give you should be based on what game it was I put the money on. If it's just craps and it was all luck, you ain't getting no money. Or like I might give you a little bit more. No, I take it back. I'm sorry, flipped it. I might give you a little bit more because it was luck. You just happen to give me 100. I put it out on some craps table, 5 racks, right? But if I had to sit here and do some math or I had to figure out what the game was, my man's, hey, you made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Listen,
bro. If I
that's
gotta
what I'm
sit
saying.
here,
It's like, bro,
nah.
everything is off the love. Everything was off the love. You gave brother 100 off the love. He went and played it off the love. He hit off the love. If he shoot you some bread back, that was off the love. If you was doing it out of love, you got to keep it in the love the whole way through. You can't turn around and start counting favors. Can't turn around and start counting favors when stuff start getting good. Like, we ain't doing that.
Yeah, if I won the money doing a skill game, if I'm playing poker and I took your 100 to get in at the table and I done worked my way up to 10 racks playing poker, that was work.
Come on,
I
bro.
earned this money, dog.
You
know,
might
so
get
that's
your
what I'm saying. It's
$100
different.
back.
It's different if we was at the craps table, but if I had to put in work for whatever it was in the casino, like if I put 100 in a slot machine, all right, bro, hey, 50 cool,
Might
bro.
run you half of that and type shit.
You know what I'm saying? It was a slot machine, man.
You got a question for?
I just wanted to ask that. No, I just want to ask that because it's literally been like less than 24 hours still from this conversation.
Yeah, well, you send this. We gonna time stamp it. You send this strictly to them folks. You send this one straight over there. Let them know that was bugging.
I don't know you, but I do feel like it seems like one of them situations. Get your money up. Get your money
Not
up.
Your
Bro.
funny up. Not your funny up. Shout out to that boy Bodega.
Like I told him, I was like, when you saying you just like either expecting half or you saying off the strength you just don't give half, I was kind of like, I feel like you overcompensating for something.
I feel like you broke.
I feel like you overcompensating for something here.
I feel like you broke. I feel like you broke.
Because this is the thing. He said one of the homies was like, yeah, I'm expecting like, and again, I'm the first person to always say, when you expect something, you're gonna be mad. But that's the thing. He was like, bro, I'm expecting like, he out the gate, he said 60-40.
Yeah, niggas is
and
crazy.
Like,
right, what you got this week? Niggas is crazy.
If they judging your character, I'm judging their masculinity for your expecting.
Fair.
If they judging your character, I'm judging their masculinity, man. Because why are you asking for this? That's where I'd be at on it.
That's fair.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Based on the pace that we're going right now, I had a question, but I don't want to mess up the train that we're on. I liked your question better from our conversation. I've been kind of looking forward to hearing Ev answer the question. So I like where we're at.
Okay.
I like where we're at.
All right, so our conversation came across the desk. And when I say came across the desk, me and my girl was talking about it. And she made the statement. She said, I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging. Just shoot her some bail. She said, I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging. But people who purchase sex, she just can't wrap her head around this idea. She's in the place. She like, look, I'm all for sex workers. If folks is gonna buy it, you got the right to sell it. But as the purchaser, what's going on with your self-control? What's going on with your access to women? Like what's happening here that you gonna go buy that? And I did my best to break it down to it, to be like, hey man, everybody don't have the access. Everybody's people who are agreeable for them that got on their roster don't necessarily be off the injury reserve list at the same time all the time, right? Everybody ain't prepped to play all the time, and folks got to make quick time decisions. And if I could just go, spend a 40 back in the back page, days,
crazy.
It's like hey, listen. It's hilarious. But yeah, like I was trying to break it down, but she wasn't going. So I wanted to ask y'all, like, is that crazy to y'all? Or like, If talk to us, man.
You know what, man? I'm gonna put it this way. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it clean. I think you cutting out the middleman. A lot of folks, like, I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm gonna be a buck with you. The dating world, the dating scene, you as men, you gotta be in that. You gotta go. You gotta be full force in there trying to get your women and get your game up. A lot of people ain't got that luxury. A lot of people ain't got the game. Like, people talking about self-control. No, some people don't have the maneuvering of dating. Some people don't. So what they do, they still get horny. So guess what? If I can cut the middleman out of trying to take you out to dinner, court you, text you, that's what these people are saying. If I can cut that out and we can go straight to the what Drewski do.
Are you saying the middleman is time?
Is the dating? Yeah, the middleman is time spent.
But
if I can just spend money, that's what people are doing.
But this is what she said, right? She said, now I get that, but at the same time, it's so much free porn,
what?
Free porn, free all of that out here that you could just get your little feel off. Like, you add in the extra man, now you spending money to go get off.
And I'm gonna say this, as a man who has never done that, I'm over here guessing right here. I think niggas want to feel flesh.
That's what I said, folks. We want to feel something. That's exactly what I said.
Let's keep it up, bro.
That's exactly what I said.
Hold on. Let's check it out. Right here. Look, we gonna keep it clean. Hey, we gonna keep it clean all the way. Goddamn me. Don't no grown man want to do what he was doing when he first learned how to explore himself when he was 9, 10, 11, 12. When he know, oh, it's a big booty shorty that I could just go pay 60. And again, like I said, like Drew, I had to get something acted out.
Nah, look. So yeah, I ain't think it was crazy.
Yeah.
It's your money, man.
It's your money. It's your money. Do what you want. And that's what these niggas are doing. What they want.
He said it's my money and I need it now.
Call the general.
What?
Like, hey,
J.G. Wentworth. Come on.
Like, look, check it out, right? That. You got people talking about all these spots, you know what I'm saying? California, you got you know what I'm saying? What is it? Fig? You got motherfucking Texas, you got Bissonnette Street. Like, come on, bro. They are talking about these places. Backpage gone. Like, the stroll. Backpage is gone. Guess what?
Niggas up.
Niggas found List Crawler.
Oh, see, he going there. He going in the back.
He going in the back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, folks.
This guy's no ball.
Niggas are deviants and niggas are horny. So if they don't want to spend their time, they're going to spend the dime.
Ev tried to throw the disclaimer. He said, I've never done this, and then dropped a website I've never heard of.
Gang, I know people who know people, and I know people who be on those sites, like working.
Mm-hmm. This ISO hooping.
So yeah, like, bro, niggas don't be one. There's a lot of niggas who don't want to spend that, who don't want to spend, because this is the thing, right? If you knew, this is how the guys look at it. Me, I'm a lover boy. I'm a love to date, take you out, court, all that. That's fire to me. A lot of niggas don't think that way because they're not thinking about the. Let's be real. Oh shit, we finna really pie real quick because they're not
real quick.
A lot of these, bro. Let's be real. A lot of these dudes also are not looking at the women as like a person. They're looking at them as an object. They're looking at them as an object for the moment. And that's another part of it, of why they're doing it, of like, no, I don't want to spend this time. I want to get mine off and then go about my business. Guess what? If I got to go through, for some people, they look at it, if I got to go through the hoops and bounds of texting you what you doing, trying to make you smile, trying to make you laugh, which again, yeah, that's the fun part about all of it to me. A lot of niggas say, hey, I can just go get paid and get 60 real quick.
And this is where you respect the sex work piece of somebody has an agreement where They cool with that.
Yeah.
Now, where we keep it clean, back to the Oklahoma piece, treat them sex workers like they're humans as well. They are also not objects because we know how much of the assault should take place in that realm as well. But yeah, bro, if somebody is feeling like, yeah, man, I could pay for that right now, and somebody's selling it and they do, folks get their bread, and that's what it is. Y'all like
And
capitalism,
hold
don't
on, gang. Hold on. We finna really fucking pod. Fuck this. You got people who, let's be real. Some people, again, niggas are deviants. Some of these folks be into certain things that they know that they can't get off with a woman of actual stature.
And because this is what I want to really this is what I really want to say.
Hold
Hold on, Ray. Let me get that
on.
real quick, because he just gave me some. You niggas be nasty, liking nasty things, very unspeakable things you would never tell your mother, your grandmother, your daughter, your auntie, your sister. You be liking people to talk to you in crazy ways. Y'all be having these different type of kinks, and I'm not.
And that's the thing.
saying
Some of
none
these
of
people,
it is wrong.
yeah.
None of it is wrong. This is the thing, though. If you got that and somebody's willing to exploit it and you're willing to pay for the exploitation because that's what you want to do, I ain't gonna rain on your parade. And that was a double.
Cause let's be real, bro. Like we finna really get into the terminology. Some of these niggas want the QV, bro. They want the 15 minutes and gone because they want to go back to the job. Some of these niggas, let's be real. The real nasty niggas is the GFE niggas. What that mean? Girlfriend experience. You're paying a woman to give you the girlfriend treatment.
I said I just need
His
that trial
duffel
run.
bag of terminology is crazy.
And then you
He
niggas
is
be
putting
and
up
then you
numbers.
niggas get into the Greek shit. Whoo, y'all are nasty.
I don't want us to get flagged or nothing either. I don't know
Man,
how
just
this works.
do the Googles, man. Because look here, like I said, I'm curious. I know people that engage in the stuff, so I ask questions, and they
Now,
tell
in this, I'm gonna just tell you right now, in this conversation, saying you're curious, you might be doubling up on something. You might want to clear.
No.
Just let folks.
No.
There's not wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. I love you to say it.
People. I know people.
I love you to
and
say it.
I love them the same. So I just be wanting to know, like, what's up?
And
And they
I
honest.
want to start. I just want to start right quick. I think it's fully confirmed. All the allegations y'all put on me on where my mind was in the beginning part of us starting the pod, Ev has now taken the baton. And shout out to you, my brother. I've been carrying the first leg of the race for a while. It's on you now, my guy. You, sir. You're there.
Hey man,
shout out to you.
I'm the nigga who said I was a Twitter porn aficionado. I'm sorry, I did say that shit. Like, and it's which I'm not an aficionado. It's just niggas do the scrolling.
That's a callback. What to the purchasing piece? I also think the way that you worded it, purchasing sex, is exploring the fact that it is different between men and women and how they go about it. The self-control that is often utilized gets categorized by one gender versus the other gender. Self-control meaning like you should have it with just you and I. If you're with me or if you're by yourself, you gotta the courtship piece, right? That's how they're looking at it. You're not including all your sex toys for your quote unquote self-control that is easier for what y'all have going on. You buying sex in the same manner.
You just gave me a question. I'm gonna go back and ask. I'm gonna be like, okay, you not rocking with folks buying the sex, but if you went over a dude's house and he had a fleshlight,
come on, man. Because I want to have that honest conversation. Hey, man, there's certain things that it's a clear double standard in the aspect of, at least for me, I'm not going to hold you. There's a certain line in the sand that you have to continuously cross as a man once you start buying into toys. That's how I feel about it. And those lines, you cannot come back from once you cross them. It's over. So once you get to certain places, how your mind got there, you can't just walk back to peace and like, nah, bro, you went over a few gates to get wherever you're at. It's a clear double standard, and I will admit that out loud. What they get to buy over there and find a piece with, you have a whole world market. If I am any way, shape, or form aware of something as one of the homies that you did what? You sick person. I'll
This is
pray
the
for you.
yeah. This is
It's
the
like, what
this is where we
happened?
gotta. This is where back to our masculinity conversation. This is where we gotta provide space and understand the spectrum that it is. Like, hey, bro. But and this is also back to the main piece of what folks do in their bedroom ain't nobody business. If Buddy is out there paying for it and you ain't charging nothing, it ain't none of your business. Ain't none of your business. If Buddy out there paying for it and you don't have a price, you don't have a set price, you don't have no deals, you don't have no nothing going on, you don't even rock with that type of vibe, no harm, no foul. Ain't nobody getting hurt, ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather him pay for it than take it. Hey,
Yeah.
RP to
Yeah.
trouble. I'll take anything but some RP to trouble, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's where I stand on that one, man. I just wanted to see because it just came across and I was like, I want to see how the homies feel about people buying. Because like we got homies. The homie that told me,
Yeah.
one of the homies that came through, like, yeah, bro, I bought that. And it's like, you's a crazy, you wild. You wild, boy. I would never, but hey, you ain't take my money.
Hey, more power to you. Did you like it? Would you
You
do
know
it
what I'm saying?
again?
I hope you use
Cool.
protection.
Cool.
All I got for you.
Don't shake my hand.
Oh man.
See?
Oh man.
Shame.
I don't want to borrow.
You can't be
I'm not-
shaming.
If you tell me,
yeah,
hey,
go
bro,
wash
I
your
need a
hands.
loan. If you tell me you need a loan and it say 40, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
Oh man. All right. So I appreciate y'all, brothers, man. This has been another episode of the Keep It Clean podcast, man. We about to get up out of here. As always, if you are joining us, YouTube, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? While you're on the YouTube, go over and check out what they're doing over there on the Keep It Clean Sports Show, man. They holding us down on the sports side while we hold you down on the world side. Shout out to that boy Abe. Shout out that man Jamel. Shout out that man Abe. Shout out that man Jamel. I don't want y'all to feel no type. I see y'all be getting active over there. I don't want no smoke. Y'all might see
I'm
me.
gonna come see you, Abe. I'm gonna come see you, Mr. Detroit. I'm gonna come see you, dog.
Y'all might see me during the basketball season.
Jerry
I don't want nobody.
I'm there.
I don't want nobody having no type of feelings when I pull up for the basketball season, man. But go lock in with them boys on the Keep It Clean Sports Show, man. This is the Keep It Clean podcast. Episodes dropping every Tuesday at the Keep It Clean Show
When
on
I see
Instagram
you,
and
Dan.
TikTok.
When I see you, Dan.
When I see
When I see you, Dan.
We go get up out of here, man. Y'all keep it a bug, keep it a bean, keep it clean out there. We out.